The beard care industry is dying. We'll get to that in a second. Hopefully nobody clips it and takes it out of context. But I would like to begin by simply saying thank you. Thank you guys for deciding to click on this video and at least sharing your time with me. I know how valuable your time is. I know how valuable this mental space is, and you have a plethora of other options that could entertain you or fill this time right now, and you decided to stay here. I will never take that for granted, and I just want to say thank you one more time, because recently I chose to spend too much of my own time watching a live stream, aka a video, by, in my opinion, a very large beard product company. Now, this live stream and video from this company was going over all of the reasons why they believe the beard care industry is dying. And they filled it with evidence and point after point after point. Well, for me, I didn't actually want to make this video. I wasn't going to make this video. I did put up a little Instagram story blurt, right? If you guys want more behind the scenes and more like in the moment thoughts, check out my Instagram. It's free, just like the like button, the subscribe, all this stuff is free. Just keep that in mind. And I wasn't going to make the video, but the more I sat on it, the more it bothered me, the more that it just wasn't true, and the more that I felt it was just a laundry list of insecurities and reasons why they're trying to compensate for just the longest list of horrible decisions for a business in this industry, in my opinion. In my observation of working with, I don't know, I'm assuming triple-digit companies by now. I've been around this industry for 8-9 years now. It just did not sit well with me because essentially what they were telling me is, hey, Dan, this industry that you picked as a passion, this industry that is a niche that is entirely based on what you do, this industry that you provide for your family as a sole income provider with, it's dying and you need to pivot. You need to shift. You need to get into something else. And I just believe they're wrong. So I took down, and if I break eye contact, it's just real brief. I promise I never read from things, but I have a couple of list items of their points of why the industry is dying, and I would like to give my take. Now, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying this is factual. This is my opinion and my observation. The first one is a very simple one, and they're pointing to Google Trends data. And they're saying, hey, Google Trends data spiked at a different year than now when it comes to beard searches. And they're actually right on that one from what I could find. It does appear that we had the peak in the history of the internet and world of beard searches was before 2025. But can we get a little bit of context? Can we get a little bit of food for thought? When was there a big surge in beards? Oh, I don't know, lockdown times, right? Guys at home, guys wearing masks, guys not going into the office. They're exploring. They're going to try to grow a beard because they don't have Bob down at the cubicle being like, what's on your face, man? Is that dirt? They can hide it through the awkward phase when they have a mask on. So of course, and they're at home, everybody searched for stuff at home during those COVID times. Also, almost all things on Google Trend data are not peak right now. They had higher years before. Why? Oh, there's this crazy thing called AI and ChatGPT and Claude and Gemini and these AI searches that are eating up all of the Google Trend data. They're just not going there to search. So of course your volume is going to be lower. That's like saying now, like, hey guys, people aren't communicating as much anymore. There's far less letters being sent in the mail. I don't know why people don't talk these days. Crazy. That's just flawed. That's just not a real observation, in my opinion, or a fair thing. I'm very, very big on confirmation bias, meaning you're only seeking results to prove your point rather than trying to get the whole picture and consider all factors. To me, this seems like confirmation bias. On this, they're essentially saying the peak beard era has passed. Well, I disagree. In 2022, the beard product industry was valued in the United States at $0.6 billion. And this is, I'll put any links that I can in the description. I'll probably put up a little image over here. This is a very well-respected projection. By 2030, which is 8 years later, we're only looking at, 4 more years until this point? It is looking to project over $1 billion. Now, I'm not a math magician, but 0.6 to 1 billion dying, that's a crazy death to go up, and then that doesn't check out to me, but the projection is the projection. So has the peak beard era passed? No, I don't think so. And where do we see more beards than ever? The younger generation, the young lads out there. Increasingly common to have tattoos and to have beards in their 20s, in their 30s. Is that going to change? Are they magically going to hit 40 and start shaving? No. Because once you grow a beard, you realize how amazing it is and you don't go back. So to say it's dying just literally seems backwards to me. I think it's just going to be more accepted and bigger and bigger and bigger. Other things. This company pointed to their sales declining as a reason for the industry dying. In my observation, for many, many, many years, they seemed to be the big boys on the block. They controlled the YouTube game for beard care knowledge. To their credit, it was amazing. It got many people started. They were in Target. They had all these huge accolades. In my observation, and in my opinion, they made a poor decision when they changed. Then they made another poor decision when they changed. And then they changed and changed and changed and changed to the point I couldn't even keep up. How many ounces? What container is it in? How much is it sold for? Wait, why is it more ounces for less now? But now they're charging more for the... I cannot keep up. Closing international markets, no longer in Target. There's decision after decision, not having a true beard butter. Let's go to utility and say that, hey, you have stuff for your head hair, you have stuff for your beard. Let's meet in the middle and do something for both. It might not be great at either, but at least it's a compromise. And then recently being like, no, we need to get back to the beard because, oh, I don't know, SEO matters. Having actual products for specific areas, scalp versus beard matters. I could go on and on and on, but using their sales declining as the reason? No. And then saying, hey, there's other companies that are having declining beard sales and using like these really large companies that are completely not invested in this industry that make like soap. They might be a doctor, right? I don't want to throw out any names in this video, but to use their beard data is just insane. Would you like me to show a couple companies that have gone from 1 million to 5 million to 15 million that are growing and growing and growing? Do you want me to see companies that have an average of 300 new beardsmen, new consumers a day? That doesn't seem like dying to me. Man, it just seemed like they're in... Okay, I digress. And then the last one is, it went from a blue ocean of new and full of opportunity in this industry to a red ocean that is saturated, hyper-competitive, and difficult for new brands to enter. What? What? We have more new brands than ever. We have more new brands that are killing it than ever. We have more innovation than you could ever imagine. We've seen things in the past couple of years, such as bird oils introduced, hemisqualane introduced, blue tansy, different methods, different scent profiles, better advancement on essential oils and fragrance oils, so many other things. It just might seem to somebody else that those smaller, newer brands are eating up bigger and bigger pieces of the pie, and the big boys, and I don't even want to be plural, the big boy might say, man, our share is getting smaller. And there's a scarcity mindset rather than abundance mindset. Just literally every single step of the way, I just don't think these points check out. And to wrap this up before I go too much farther, and this is, guys, I like to rant. I'm a passionate guy. This is something I'm passionate about. I personally know this industry is not dying. I personally know this industry is not declining. I know it's going to continue to get bigger and bigger. I know how many lives we've helped, which is insane. It's beards, but it's true, and many of you know it. I'm excited for the future. I can't wait to continue to educate more beards, support more families with positive vibes, more confidence. I could go on and on and on. Confirmation bias is real. Covering up for insecurities is real. Also, other people's opinions are real, and that's fine. I'm not here to say that I am factual, that I am right, but I am here to say I've earned this platform to share my thoughts. Down below, as long as we can keep it respectful, all directions, what are your thoughts? Is this industry dying? Where do you see it going? Please put it down below, and let's show how amazing this community is and how we can have a civilized discussion and think of all angles. My name's Dan C. Bearded. I can't wait to help you guys out for years and years and years to come. I know I will. I hope you do as well. Please stay bearded and stay positive.